Miss Argentina Barbara Cabrera brought the drama with a sky-high headdress inspired by Iguazú Falls, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. Miss Armenia Kristina Ayanian used her national costume to make a powerful political statement. Miss Aruba Kiara Arends' colorful outfit was inspired by her country's return to Carnival. Miss Bahamas Angel Cartwright looked like fireworks in the sky with her national costume. Miss Bahrain Evlin Khalifa's national costume dripped in gold from head to toe. Miss Belize Ashley Lightburn brought the rainforest to Miss Universe with her costume. Miss Bolivia Maria Camila Sanabria Pereyra sparkled in a national costume that was covered in silver and gold. Miss Brazil Mia Mamede wore a shimmering fringe pantsuit inspired by Brazil's ocean. Miss British Virgin Islands Leah Claxton's costume, which paid tribute to the national flower, looked fresh as spring. Miss Cambodia Manita Heng's national costume was inspired by a goddess who educates people to love humans, animals, and nature. Miss Cameroon Mokiti Lynette Mona Lisa Jelly's national costume was packed with special details that paid tribute to her country. Miss Cayman Islands Chloe Powery Doxy's costume was inspired by the blue iguana, which is indigenous to her country. Miss Chile Sofia Depasir looked as bright as the sun with her national costume. Miss Colombia Maria Fernanda Aristizabal wowed the crowd with her Phoenix Queen costume, which included a pair of spectacular wings. Miss Costa Rica Maria Fernanda Rodriguez Avila's sparkling blue costume symbolized hummingbirds. Miss Curaçao Gabriela dos Santos celebrated the wives of fishermen with this sparkling blue costume. Miss Ecuador Nilhe Gonzalez's glittering gold costume paid tribute to the Inca sun god. Miss El Salvador Alejandra Guajardo's gold outfit embodied the history of her country's currency. Miss Equatorial Guinea Alba Isabel Obama Moliko dressed in the garb of a tribal leader for the contest. Miss France Floriane Bascu honored the holiday Bastille Day with her colorful costume. Miss Germany Soraya Coleman nodded to the work of the late designer Karl Lagerfeld with her all-black look. Miss Ghana and Gracia Afua K. Mofuman combined the look of royalty and that of a warrior with her one-of-a-kind dress. Miss Great Britain Noki Simbani honored the late Queen Elizabeth with her platinum ball gown. Miss Greece Karina Emanuelito dressed as the goddess Hera, with her bodice glowing to depict Hera's otherworldliness. Miss Guatemala Ivana Bachelor included a recreation of the Pyramid Tikal, also called the Temple of the Jaguar. Miss Haiti Midyline Felizer put her home country's natural beauty on display with her costume. Miss Iceland Rafnhildur Haraldsdottir's ball gown was embroidered with the phrase, "Your future, your choice," making a statement about climate change. Miss India Devita Rai paid tribute to ancient times when her country was known as the Golden Bird. The backpiece of Miss Indonesia Laxmi Denif Swardana's costume was designed to look like a ship. Miss Italy Virginia Stablum wore a costume for the Carnival of Venice during the competition. Miss Jamaica Tashimi Calvin paid tribute to a Jamaican hero with her look. Miss Kyrgyzstan Altinay Botoyarova channeled a swan with her white gown that had a feathered skirt and coordinating sleeves. Miss Laos Pyeongcha Lor's ensemble popped with pink tassels, a pink headdress, and a bamboo backpiece. Miss Lebanon Yasmina Zaytun's shiny outfit evoked strength. Miss Malaysia Chim Wei Yang evoked the look of Mount Kinabalu, the tallest mountain in her home country. Miss Malta Maxine Formosa Gruppetta's backpiece was made to look like a lira, which was her country's currency before the euro. Miss Mauritius Alexandrine Belle Étoile embraced her country's national flower, the Trochetia botoniana, and its French colonial roots with her all-red costume. Miss Mexico Irma Cristina Miranda Valenzuela put a sparkly spin on a traditional dress. Miss Namibia Kashia sharply dressed as her country's national bird, the African fish eagle, for the costume contest. Miss Nepal Sophia Buyal embodied the divine feminine principle known as Shakti, according to Miss Universe. Miss Netherlands Ona Moody turned herself into a stroopwafel. Miss Nicaragua arrived in a crystal-covered pantsuit and floral headdress. Miss Nigeria donned a bird-inspired headpiece and a masquerade-themed outfit. Miss Panama had one of the most colorful looks seen on the Miss Universe stage. Miss Paraguay, on the other hand, wore one of the most daring looks of the night. Miss Peru's red ensemble was inspired by sunrises over the Amazon. Miss Philippines Celeste Cortesi wore an outfit that made her look like a superhero. Miss Poland took inspiration from her country's national colors. Miss Puerto Rico Ashley Carino wore a futuristic two-piece inspired by a telescope. Miss Russia Anna Linikova channeled royal members of her country's history with a mini-dress covered in precious stones and pearls. Miss Seychelles Gabriella Gonthier transformed herself into a payank, a species of tropical bird. Miss Singapore Carissa Yap wore a 3D printed jumpsuit and matching hat. Miss South Africa Endavi Nokeri wore a colorful dress with a floral print and two cutouts of Africa on her back. Miss Switzerland Alia Guindy's train was decorated with embellishments designed to look like chocolate. Miss Thailand Anna Suangamayam paid homage to the goddesses of her country with her sheer dress. Miss Trinidad and Tobago Taya Jane Rami's look nodded to the rich history of Carnival in her country. Miss Turkey Ilena Surin's red and black costume was made entirely of recycled materials. Miss Ukraine Viktoria Apanasenko told Insider her Warrior of Light costume was inspired by the Archangel Michael, who conquers evil. Miss Uruguay Carla Romero's sparkly two-piece was inspired by Candombe, an Uruguayan style of music and dance. Miss USA Rabani Gabriel nodded to the 1969 moon landing with her star-studded ensemble. Miss Venezuela Amanda Dudamel took inspiration from her country's athletic teams, elevating them with her bodysuit. Miss Vietnam Nguyen Thi Ngoc Chau's entire dress and intricate backpiece were made with environmentally friendly fabric.